Hello, YouTube family. This is Ravi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, we are back on the series Learn ServiceNow Integrations from Scratch, and I'm so sorry for the delay caused by my personal issues. So, now I am back with the videos, and in the first video on integrations, we have already seen how to integrate with any system with ServiceNow. We have seen all the prerequisites. We have seen what are the details needed to do any kind of integration in ServiceNow. What are the endpoints, everything we have discussed on the very first video. So you can go back and watch that video. You can find the video in the link in the description. Even you can find in the I button on the top. So let's get started. And the today's topic is ServiceNow to ServiceNow integrations, which is called e-bonding. So if you heard about e-bonding, well and good. If you not heard about e-bonding, this is nothing but this one I am talking, e-bonding. So we have two ServiceNow instances. Let's suppose the first one is your ServiceNow source instance, another is your ServiceNow destination instance. So we have two ServiceNow instances, and how we will do a handshake, how we will connect these two systems together so that they can establish a communication between themselves. So in this video, we are going to cover ServiceNow to ServiceNow integrations and what are the scripting involved over here. So I will show you the use case. What we are going to do is, so basically, these are the prerequisites needed, and you can have a note of it if you want. So I will discuss this in details in the videos. So I just put in the points. You can have a note, or you can take a screenshot, or whatever you want you can do with this particular details. These are the only 4 details we need to do any kind of integration with any system. And what is the use case I am going to pick today is in source instance, if an incident is created, the same incident will create on the next instance, means any other third party with all the details mentioned. So let's go back to our ServiceNow instance. So this is my personal ServiceNow instance, which is dev86573servicenow.com, which I use for all the recording videos and all the videos which is there on the YouTube. I'm using this particular instance, and I have created another instance called 17083 with a new email ID. So you can create your wish, if you have already having a 2 accounts, you can use that account to log in. This is first ServiceNow instance. This is second ServiceNow instance. Now, what are the details needed to do any kind of integrations? So we'll open the PowerPoint, and if you remember, not PowerPoint, Notepad, the details which we did in the last session, which we had on the YouTube. So first we need endpoints, then authentication details, then request body, JSON, XML, the request methods, and response. So let's go back. What are the first thing I should have it? My endpoint. So in ServiceNow, how you will configure the endpoint of different ServiceNow system. So to go there, we have to type here REST message. Remember, you have to type REST message. And what is REST? We have already seen in the previous video. Representational state transfer means how you can do a handshake and how you can share information from one system to another system, and how the states are being transferred from one source to the destination. So you just type REST message under system web service. Under outbound, we have a REST message. Now here is a concept coming as outbound. Outbound means your outgoing message. Let's say you have your broadband provider, or you can say that you have your network provider. If you receive any message, that is called inbound. If you send any message, that is called outbound. So incoming messages are called inbound, and outbound means you are sending some messages to the third party. In this case, whatever the incident I create, I will explain the scenario one more time. So I'll go to the incident first. Just click on all. Yeah. Let it open. So if I create an incident on this incident table, the same incident will go and create on the other ServiceNow instance with the details. So how we can proceed further? So let's close this and just type here REST message. So from here, I am sending the details to the other ServiceNow or other third party. So it will be outbound. So I will open the REST message. I'll click on new, and I am going to create a new REST message from scratch to show you how we can implement the integrations. So you can put any name. So I will put ServiceNow e-bonding. ServiceNow underscore e dash bonding. Make sure that you should respect ServiceNow. It should be capital N. Yeah. Let me zoom it. Okay. You can put a description. Always remember, when you are doing anything, just put a description, short description, whatever is written. So we will put like, we are doing e-bonding between two ServiceNow instances. Guys, this time I'm using Teams to record the session because the app which I was using to record the videos, that app is not working. So that's the reason I'm using Team to record this session. So ServiceNow spelling is wrong. ServiceNow. Okay. So we are doing e-bonding between ServiceNow to ServiceNow instances. Now here, what we need to go to my, it is endpoint. So this endpoint will be of which ServiceNow instance? The target one. And from where I should get? You can get it from the URL. But if you remember in the last session, ServiceNow with Postman, if you remember, we did other URL. We captured the other URL. From where we captured, you can pause the video and you can recall it. You can go to all and here type REST API Explorer. So if you type this particular name, REST API Explorer, you will find a module over here called REST API Explorer. Open this. And this is my new ServiceNow instance. So maybe it will ask me for click on explore. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, explore. Now I will get the URL. So you have to use the instance URL on which you are going to create. So basically what I am using a table API URL. So I will use the same, what is mentioned over here, copy and paste it. So on the first page, I will not use till here. On the second option, I will use it. So I only want to connect with this ServiceNow instance. So I will put just this particular endpoint as of now. Now, authentication. Let me save it. Second is authentication. You can see everything is step by step. So here, authentication time is supported by ServiceNow is currently 2 basic OAuth. If you have any token, you have to put it into the request header, which I will show you later. So authentication, choose basic. And why basic? Because here I will be using this particular ServiceNow instance credentials. So how I will get this particular instance credential? You can log into development.servicenow.com and you can click on this option called manage instance password and you can go and have the username and the password. So I will cut this video so that I can put my username and the password. So let's create first basic authentication profile. So click on it. It will take you to the table called sysauth profile basic. Let's click on new. And let's say, what is my instance name? Dev17085. I'll copy this. I will go back. Yeah. And username is admin. And the password, I will just cut this particular thing as of now so that I can put my password for the next instance, other instance. So I have created a basic authentication profile where I have put username and the password. Username and the password. Same, you have to go to the developer.servicenow.com page and from there you will get it easily. Admin and password. So 2 steps are done. Let me save it. What is the next step? Next step is request body, JSON and the method. So if you come down, we have by default, they have given this option called get. You can test it whether your connection is established or not as of now. So let's first test it. So let's open this record. You can click on I, open the new tab. So let's click on just test. You have this option called test. If I get a message, see, HTTP request 200. So what is 200? If you remember in the last session, 200 is success code. It means that connection has been established. But what is it returning? It is returning the HTML. Why? Because we are just going to this endpoint. This is nothing but a web page. Correct? So obviously we don't need this endpoint. we need the specific endpoint which is used for integrations, and there we will use our use case. So as of now, you can ignore it or go back. Let's create a method. So let's go back. Okay, close it. Yeah. Let's click on create a new method, click on new, and the new method name I'm going to put is create an incident. Obviously, you are going to create an incident. It means that you have to use what method? Create means post. So what method we are going to choose? Post. ServiceNow support post, put, patch, delete, and get information. So we'll use post. And here, what endpoint we are going to choose? We'll go to the REST API Explorer, we'll copy this, and we'll paste it over here. Def 170385.servicenow.com/API/now/table, and the table name is incident, on which we are going to create a incident from 86573. So I have put the endpoint and let me save it. Okay. Now authentication type here is not needed. The reason is I have selected inherited from parent. So who is the parent? This one. ServiceNow e-bonding. Let me open again. Click on I and go back. So this is my parent. And under this parent, we have already set the basic authentication profile. So we don't have to set again and again. Instead of that, we can go back and here we'll choose inherited from parent, or if you have not selected it, then you can create your basic authentication over here. But we have already created the previous page, so don't require it. Now go to this option called HTTP request. You will find this option called mid server. So if you are doing e-bonding, mid server is not at all needed. And what is mid server? Is kind of a middleware, or you can say that we have a two systems. So let me open the pane to explain you, or let me open snipping tool. Okay. So suppose we have one service now, we have another service now. Okay. Now, in between, we have a wall. Okay. So this wall allow you to communicate between this service now and this service. These are called mid server. So you can exchange the information to the middleware, and middleware will share the information to the destination. So if I, let me create another diagram. So let's suppose, okay, so this now, and let's say this is any third party. Okay. And for security reasons, I am putting a wall in between so that I cannot directly communicate with third party. I can directly communicate with this wall, and the wall will communicate with this third party, and then third party will send response back to this wall, so that wall can filter it and give me the response back. So security will be increased. So mid server allow you to communicate to the third party by giving a layer of it, I guess the layer on top of information sharing, so that proper information will be sent, and through this channel only the integration will happen. Else you cannot connect right away. But in my case, we don't need any kind of a mid server. So when I start the series of ITOM very soon, where obviously it will take some time, guys, not very soon, maybe end of July or mid of August. So in that case, I'll show you how to install the mid server in your personal ServiceNow instance. So here we have mid server, we'll ignore it. Second option is HTTP headers. What is HTTP? You guys know about it. Hypertext protocols, HTTPS. S for secure. Now these headers are used to identify which kind of information you guys are sending. So we have two kind of information, JSON, we have XML. So these are called body, or these are called content of the body. So always remember, whatever the header I am right now typing here is used in any kind of integration. So the name is first type of a header is called accept. What is this accept means? So this service now 86573 is accepting what? What kind of a data? It means that data has a format, JSON or XML. So what format of data this particular header is accepting from me? So here you will put accept, and the value will be Obviously, I'm going to choose JSON because JSON is faster as compared to XML. So guys, you can stop this video. If you are very new to this channel, you can go back and subscribe. And please watch the video so that you will not find any difficulty in understanding this concept. So I will put here application slash JSON. Copy and search on Google what is this application slash JSON. You will see this is a content type. Content means body, what you guys are accepting. So content type is equal to application, spelling should be correct, JSON. The same thing which I put. You go back, application slash JSON. And what should be the content type? I'll copy the same thing. Content type, and I'll copy this. So I am sending JSON only. I am accepting JSON only. This is the things called header. And what is the content type? I have to define my JSON body over here. So remember, whatever we are doing, guys, whatever we are doing, all depend on our requirement. So my requirement is to create an incident on the third party, which is nothing but a ServiceNow. So that ServiceNow is that can accept XML also, that can accept JSON also. Here I am sending JSON because it is comparatively easy to understand and fast. Instead of JSON, you can put XML, application slash XML, and here you can put XML. Both will work. But XML will not work with REST. It will work with SOAP message. So you have to create SOAP message. That is the next video which I'm going to bring in this particular series. Next 2-3 videos after that, I'll bring the SOAP. So accept application JSON. So this system is accepting application JSON and sending also application JSON as a content body. So if you are using a method called post, obviously remember you have to use JSON or XML to send the data. And what data we are going to send? JSON. So how to create a JSON? In the previous video we have seen, we have to open a curly braces down, and between that you have to put your content body. That is nothing but key and the value pair. What is key here? Column name, the backend name of the column, and value is the value of the column. So as of now, to test it, let me show you. Let's say I'll put short underscore description, which is nothing but if I go back to the incident table, dot list. So short description, nothing but the backend name of short description. You can find the backend name with the help of going inside the record, right click and get the backend name. Or if you have installed the extension called ServiceNow Util, you can /tn. It will give you the backend name, short description. I'll copy this. I'll go back and I'll put the same thing. Short description is to, this is the format. Let's say test Ravi, for example. Now let's say I am sending only one JSON to show you a demo as of now. Right click and save it. So this is saved, and just click on test option over here. Okay. Once you click on test, if my connection is correct, if the method is correct, if everything is correct, a record will be created on this particular instance on incident table. So let me do one more time. What we have to do, we have to do the endpoint, which we have already done. Authentication we have already done. Request body we have selected. The request method we have selected post. Request body we have selected JSON, which is over here, content type. And now what we are going to get? Response from the third party. Let's test it. And you will notice it should give you 201. See, it means that it is created successful message. And this is the response from that third party. Which one? This one, 170385. We close it. Yeah, this one. So let's go back to the response and see it has returned the JSON. Let me copy. You can copy this JSON and go to Google and just type JSON formatter org. Let it loaded. Yeah. Control A, Control V. You will notice it give you all the result from the incident table column. So now what is the incident created? 1001. Let's do this, whether it is correct or not. Let's see this. Copy this, go back to your destination, click on all and just type incident dot list. Now incident table is created and you will notice the first one is test Ravi. When it is created, it is created 1 minute ago. You can see same number 1001, the number which we got from the JSON. So directly it is creating the record. Isn't it cool that if I click on test, it create a record on the third party? So I have not done any magic, guys. What I have done, I have followed my own step, which I am sharing with you. You need only these details to do any kind of integration. In the upcoming video, when I show you Jira integration, I will do the same thing. Only I will configure something else in terms of content body. Okay. So now the requirement starts here is, I don't want to click on test. Let automate it. If I create an incident over here on this incident table, it should create the incident on the other incident table. So for that, we need to write a script. How we can write a script? That's what we are going to start. So if you have any doubt, please put me a comment, or you can join my group of ServiceNow where you can ask the question. Group link is already in the comment section, not in comment section, what is called description section. You can go there and check it, or you can connect me on LinkedIn where I can put you in a group. So let's get started again. So this is done. Now what I have to do is I have to make it a dynamic. Dynamic in the sense, I don't want to hard code. Here I have hard coded test Ravi. I don't have to hard code it. So to create a dynamic content of a JSON, what you need is, I will type here, dynamic content of JSON. So what you guys need? You guys need a JSON body first. So how JSON body look like? We know that. So here we need column name. And here we need quotes. Remember, whatever I'm typing, dollar, open your bracket, close your bracket, and between that bracket, give any value. Let's say short, let's say details. Yeah. So ServiceNow will understand, close it. Column name, whatever the column name is there, if you give a dollar, dollar represent dynamic content. So we have to configure these details in our scripting, so that from scripting, we will send the information over here. I'll show you the demo that you will understand. So this is how dynamic content look like. So here, same thing I'll do. We'll put short underscore description. Okay. And dollar, we'll put details, for example. So this is one dynamic I have created for short description. And how to use a dynamic? We'll see the scripting, but let me save it first. So I'll start with only one, then I'll move further. So now you have this option called auto generate variable. This will only work when you create a dynamic content. And once you click on this, it will automatically generate a variable over here. And you can choose the test value. Let me show you. Click on auto generate variable. Come down. See, automatically detail name is coming up. Why? Because this is nothing but a variable which we are going to create. And here I am not hard coding it. So detail is present over here. And what we can test? Now we can put here test Ravi Gaurav. Now if I click on test, this dynamic content will be sent. So ServiceNow will pick these details, and this details value is test Ravi Gaurav. So if I click again, you will notice I will get 201 again. It means that one more incident is created. Refresh the page. See, test Ravi Gaurav. So this is not called hard coding when you write dynamic content. This part is hard coding for sure. So I will not use any variable substitute to test it. I will use a concept of business rule, which we have already seen the video series of scripting where we have learned about business rule. We will use a concept that before insert on my incident table, the record will be inserted on the incident table, on the target incident table. So how to write a script? This is the very asked question in the interviews, and people are asking me also how I'm going to write a script, from where I should get started with the script. So you don't have to go anywhere in ServiceNow. ServiceNow already gives you the script. How? You have this option called Preview Script Uses. It will give you a dummy script, and that script you can use in business rule. Let me click here. Yeah. Yeah, see, try catch, and they have given you some script. So I'll copy this. I'll not use try catch. I'll copy it. Whatever ServiceNow we're giving, let's trust ServiceNow. Copy this. Okay. Now go back and type here business rule. Can anyone tell me in the comment section, what is the use of business rule over here? Why only I selected business rule? I will not tell you the answer. I will tell you the answer in the next video. Anyone can comment in the comment section. There are a lot of server-side script. Script include schedule job script, fixed script, background script. Why I selected business? Just give me the comment and let me know. And the answer I'll pin the correct answer. So click on new. Let's create a business rule. Yeah. So business rule name is e-bonding. Click on advanced. When to run? Let's say before insert. No condition I'm giving. Action not needed. Here we will write a script. So we'll copy paste whatever we have copied. We'll copy paste and let's zoom it and let's make it big. So this one. So I will not use this. Remove it. So you will notice the first. The first thing was ServiceNow is giving us. They have created a variable called R. You can create any variable, your wish. And they are creating an object. You remember what is the meaning of new? So go back and check my first video of scripting, where I have clearly explained what is the meaning of object and what is the meaning of new keyword. Basically, ServiceNow is allowing me to create an object with the help of a new. And with the help of this object, I can access anything. I will not go details in object. Instead of that, come here. SNWS. If anyone know what is the meaning of SNWS, you can comment me in the comment section. But I have to explain in the video, so I have to explain it. SN means ServiceNow Web Service. SN Web Service. So this is nothing but a name given to the web service. If you use SOAP message also, it will something like SNWS only. Web service is nothing but it's related to the integrations. You are calling a REST message or SOAP message. These terms are coming under the services which web is provided. What is that web? HTTP. All the web is nothing but HTTPS. S for secure. Without S, it is unsecure. So those are for the web services. And this is the name called REST Message v2 API. And what is an API, guys? API is nothing but is called an application programming interface. What is interface? The middleware. Like currently, I'm talking to you with the help of Teams. I'm just recording the video in front of your screen with the help of Teams. Okay, so Teams play a middleware API where I am sending my information to you and you are listening it. Similarly, YouTube become an API, an interface which allow you to listen to the video, whatever you are watching. So here it's a wall. So REST API allow you to go to the REST message you have created. What is my REST message name? So for that, we have to go to my REST message. So my REST message name is ServiceNow e-bonding. Correct? So let's go back. Let me close it. We'll open it later so that you will not be confused. Okay. So yeah, over here. So go to the REST message created by you, which is ServiceNow e-bonding, and use the method which you have created. So if you see here in ServiceNow e-bonding, what is the method I have created? Create an incident. So it is automatically picking that method. Create an incident. It is automatically picking this incident. So REST message v2 is an API which allow you to go to the REST message which you have created. So let me explain you in this way. Let me take a snipping tool. So this is nothing but your API. That will take you to the REST message which you have created. And if you create a REST message, if you do any integration, what you need? You need these details. Obviously, you have to go to the method if you have used a concept here called post. So that's what it is. See closely. REST message and the method name is create incident, which is nothing but post method. So it will automatically call those method over here, guys, in the scripting. If you know more, if you wanted to know more about REST message, what you can do is it's a hyperlink. If you hover your cursor, it is a hyperlink. Just press Control button and click. It will take you to the documentation page of ServiceNow, where you will find all details. What is REST message v2? What is REST message? Uh, Other details. So message v2. See, API allow you to send outbound REST message using JavaScript. JavaScript, don't get confused. This is Rhino Java, which we are using, not the exact JavaScript which people used to say you have to learn JavaScript. It's not needed if you follow ServiceNow. Only ServiceNow script is needed. That is a Rhino Java. So REST message v2 API allow you to send. That's what we are doing, correct? We are doing outbound. Means we are sending a message from my system to the third party. You can read about it. What is REST message v2? What string name? What string method? String name is nothing but REST message. And the string method name is nothing but the one which we are seeing. Now, click enter. And after that, just type R. Like we used to do in the client script. Remember G underscore form dot. Here also put dot. Once you put dot, all the informations are coming up on my plate. What we have to choose is set string parameter and set string parameter no skip. There are two things. What we are setting the string parameter. And why we are setting? Guys, listen. If we use REST message, so at line number 3, it will go to the REST message. Okay. So I am inside my REST message. I will close this window. Now REST message, it will go to the REST message which we have created. So we are here. Now it will pick the content body. Content body, guys. So this is nothing but we are setting the string. It supports the whatever is double quotes is considered as a string. You guys know double quote or single quote is a string. So we are setting this string through scripting. So what string we are setting? Short description over here. So from the script side, if I go back to the script, that's what it is. So set string parameter. If you use first one, will also work. If you use second one, that will also work. So what is the difference between set string and set string parameter no escape? So first one, if you use, it will directly pick the value which you have given. Something like this. Let me show you. Set string parameter, and it will take two value, name and the value. What is the name? Same thing, Ravi Gaurav and details. You can put it over here. Both will work. And the second is r dot set string parameter no escape. So if you read this line, they are saying that if you use no escape, so REST message function variable to specify value without escaping XML reserve character. So it will skip your reserved characters, means at the rate, backslash. It will go and do, so it will not take that particular value, no escape. So it will not take the characters which you are going to enter, something like this. At the rate or backslash, not going to take. Okay. So remember, you can use either of the way, but the best part is this one, which is set string parameter no escape. Remember this. So we are not using any of the escaping parameters over here. So we'll go back. So this part is done. It takes two value. Now you will notice this is details coming up. This is not short description. Why? Because details is a variable which we have created on our content. So whatever you create over here between this dollar, these are called variables. And this variable, I am calling it over here, guys. See, details. Correct? And here you can hard code it. I will not hard code it. Now here's, I will use a concept of current or previous. So obviously I'm going to use current. Why we use current? Let's go back. Here I will choose a table called incident. On the business rule I am. See very carefully. On the business rule I am, and you know that what is the meaning of current. Current refer to the current record on which we are. So if I open any incident table over, or let me open the incident table. If I open any incident form, for example, in front of you, we have a form. Now we are on the current form. And whatever I create, it will create a record right away on the other third party. So here what I have to do is, I will choose this option called current. And on the current table, I want incident table. I want whatever the details I will enter. I will enter whatever over here. It will go and set over there on the third party. So similarly, you have to use current dot, wait is, sorry, my bad. Yeah, current dot short underscore description. So string parameter no escape will always take two values. The first value is your details. This is nothing but the variable which you have created on the REST message, which is this one. Okay. And the second thing is, guys, you can make it dynamic. That's what I have done. So we are on current table, which is incident, and we are picking the value of short description. That's it. Similarly, what you can do is you can do r dot set string parameter no escape. And let me do this caller underscore, or let's say caller details. Yeah. Details, comma, current dot caller underscore ID. I know that the backend name of caller underscore ID is caller underscore ID. You can see here. Now what we have to do is we have to set the same value on my JSON content type. So I'll copy this name. I'll go back to my REST message. Here I will put a comma and caller underscore ID, which is the variable, column name of my incident table, which is caller is to dollar. And here I'll put caller details. Same thing I can do, correct guys? You can do whatever you want. So I'll put more details. Let's say category. Dollar. Cat. Okay, comma. Yeah. Let's put these three details, saving it. And here also I'll copy paste the same thing. Copy, paste. And here I'll put cat current dot category. I hope you are able to understand. If you're not able to understand, do let me know, guys. I will explain you one more time. So now, once you are done with it, you have to click on, if you are doing here, you have to click on test. So here we are not clicking on test, we are automating it. So how to test it, guys? With the help of scripting. So we have already performed all the actions, so we have to execute it. So you will get this option called r.execute. This, what is this execute? You can read. Send a REST message to the endpoint. It means that once this is called at line number 3, it will go to this ServiceNow e-bonding REST message and will go to this method. So we are here. Okay. It will send the details. It will hit this URL. It will send the details to this URL and it will create a record over here. What record it will create? Any record it will create on the incident table will have the same sort description, caller ID, and the category which is present on this incident table. So that's the reason it's called an execute. So if you do an execute, let store in a variable called response. So you can store in a variable called response, and you can do one thing. If you notice here, we have not created ServiceNow given this option, script option. So if you see, so what ServiceNow is doing is they have defined one variable name called response body. Okay. So what body of response we are getting from the third party? So how we can use it? Just simple. Once you executed it, the details will be present under this response. So if you type here response dot, see, get header, body, error code, message, everything is there. So what we need a body of response, and I will add a log message, guys. gs.log, the response from third party is plus response body. Okay, I'll copy this. I'll again put a log and see response.status code. Status code is nothing but we need this, guys, correct? What is the code of my current code, status code? So whether it is success or failure, how we'll get to know? With the help of the status code. So you can put here response dot get, you will get body, header, status code is there at the top. Correct. So you can use any of these guys, it's all up to you. So here I am using the code is, okay, here it will put HTTP status codes. That's it, guys. This is the very simple example I am showing you of e-bonding where we can do ServiceNow to ServiceNow integrations through scripting in business rules. So let me save it and let's execute it whether it is working or not. As of now, on this particular ServiceNow instance, we have how many tickets? We have 69. Okay. Now what I want, I will create an incident on my ServiceNow instance, this one. Let me refresh the page. Is 69. Remember that count 69. Now let me create. So let's say caller is able tutor, for example. Category I'm selecting hardware. Short description is testing, ServiceNow, bonding. Yeah, these three details are filled correct. Right click. I am going to create an incident on my dev 86573. See, saving it. It should create the same incident on the third party. So before going to this particular incident table, guys, we'll go and check the logs first. So first I'll check the status code. So where the log is present on the log table. Just type in logs, system logs, open it. Okay, and what is my message? So my message is, the code is copy and paste over here. It should give me 201. If it is giving 201, see guys, it means that I am doing it correctly. Everything is working fine in one go. You can see just now. Similarly, I can see the body of it. So what is the message? The response from third party is, go and put it over here, the message. This is my response. There you go, guys. In one go, I have successfully integrated ServiceNow with ServiceNow. And what is the incident number? We can find out. You can copy it and format it, guys. But let me find out. Control F, incident. Yeah, 1003, this one. Let's go back to the third party and I am refreshing the page. There you go. 1003, count is 17. Open this particular incident record. And now you got your incident, which is having category hardware, caller able tutor, and short description testing ServiceNow e-bonding. Same incident, same incident. So this is called e-bonding in ServiceNow. So if you are having any doubt, please comment in the comment section. And the best answer which you will give, which business rule is, I'll pin it in my description. So thanks for watching. If you are very new to this channel, do subscribe. And the next video will do ServiceNow to Jira integrations, ServiceNow other tool integrations. I will do more of the scenarios with the help of scripting. How we will get the details from this one. Let me show you to this one from JSON. How we'll get the details from JSON. How we'll get the details from this request bot, response body, and set it on other things. So all this scenario you'll see in the upcoming days. So thank you so much, and we'll meet in the next video. Thanks for watching.